morning and welcome to the AM News. My name is Kimini Nyamani Amano. Coming up, heavy downpour on Saturday destroys homes and properties. Also to come, Bolgatanga Senior High School to finally reopen on Monday, January 26, 2015. And the Accra Metropolitan Assembly is keen on sending out churches that worship in classrooms by July 2015. Let's get into the detail now. We'll start off with the heavy downpour. Now, residents of a 5-bedroom apartment at Abelinkwe in Accra narrowly survived the collapse of a television mast belonging to a private television operator, First Digital TV, due to Saturday's torrential rains. The University of Ghana's night market is also said to have been destroyed by the same rains, with one person reportedly injured.
Saturday's rains wrecked property worth thousands of Ghana cedis. The rains, accompanied by fierce winds, pulled down a mast belonging to First Digital TV. The mast destroyed a 5-bedroom apartment and its boys' quarters, as well as a vehicle nearby as it came down.
Well, around 5:35 yesterday, we had a little storm. And all of a sudden, we could see that the mast came down heavily on the house and damaged part of the house. What happened?
How many people were in the house when it happened?
We were 9 in all in the house at that time.
And how many people were injured?
No injuries. Talking to them. And they have assured us of their cooperation, and they have assured us that they'll take very good care of us in terms of compensation and anything we will need for the meantime. At the moment, they have lodged us in the hotel as a short-term measure before we sit down to talk about the whole thing.
Yesterday, when we saw a crowd and there's this air blowing, we saw this antenna turning around. We saw it coming down. And immediately, we could see Jack. The thing has fallen on this building and on my car. That's what yesterday, because we have been complaining about this mask since they erected it. We had a problem with them, and we complained, nobody mind us. That's what it has cost, even not because of God, but the grace of God. It should have even killed our children and even the residents of this house. But by the grace of God, that's why we are still living.
The nation's premier university, the University of Ghana, was not spared, as one of its eateries, popularly known as the Night Market, was also destroyed by the rains. The vendor, Amina Osman, narrates the incident.
From a boy, I just say, Zenkin. Team Crawford was in Crawford, a chill did. Crawford, a chill didn't happen. Say, Nadia is shaky, and Tiasa wood Jania Fahana, so wood Jania could say, baby, I offer. Tines American will be a Johnny, your mamma back 1 year in Domino. Glass and be bought. A corner cemetery, we run to the Naco hospital. But no pay a fray, say, a yaka crying to the Naco fee.
Sellers say the situation has stalled business.
Says our students and every say about Dodona Emma. Because no more said be any one thing and my own to member. But authority naba, Ababeshe. Thomas said, Chinomba be to send a baby between me and your coin. See,
let's say, I do affect business, Cacao.
Affected business.
Meanwhile, university authorities say the facility will be restored by Monday.
Churches which worship in the classrooms of government schools are appealing to the Accra Metropolitan Assembly to rescind its decision to eject them from their place of worship in July. The AMA last week gave these churches a 6-month ultimatum to find an alternative place of worship or face forceful eviction. However, these churches say the AMA's decision is unfair.
They have been called out of the world to win souls for Christ. That's the primary duty of the churches around us. Most of these churches start from the classrooms and gradually, with the help of the philanthropists and the faithful flock, they purchase some plots of land, put up a building and move out to their permanent locations. But there are other churches which still use classrooms of government schools as their places of worship. The Accra Metropolitan Assembly last week gave these churches a 6-month ultimatum to vacate the classrooms. But the heads of these churches say the order by the AMA is unfair, since primarily they contribute towards the upkeep of the schools in which they worship.
I think that is a hard decision, considering the fact that there's a number of drinking sports in the country, and the government is doing nothing about it. why then should the government attack the churches? Because the churches are doing great for the society. Remember that we are not occupying the classroom just for nothing. We pay for using the classroom. We also assist the school children. So it will be very inappropriate for the government to say that churches should quit fellowshipping. Maybe in the course of arranging the chairs, maybe one or two will be affected. But it doesn't mean that we are destroying the chairs.
I don't think they are being fair to the churches who worship in the classrooms, because number one, after the rentages we pay, there's another money we add for repairing broken desks. So if broken desks is their reason for sending us out, I don't think it's fair.
It's not fair because we have been worshiping here all along, and when there is a problem on the school building, when we go to AMA office or we go to the school where they have their school secretariats, they tell us we are worshiping here, so we should assist the schools to repair the leakage or the damage on the building.
But will they be ready to move out of the classrooms in July?
I think they should give us a longer time, because from now to July, where am I going to purchase land? How am I going to purchase it and start building, from now to July? It looks very impossible.
As at now, we haven't got any place to move from here to go and worship. So we are pleading with the government, or we are pleading with AMA to, look into it for us so that it should have a sympathy on us.
As to whether or not the AMA will stand by its directive, we live to see. Who knows? Maybe a miracle from God will see these churches put up their own structures before the end of July. Derek Ekosam for Joy News.
15-year-old boy is in police grips for allegedly raping and killing a 13-year-old girl. The suspect is alleged to have strangled the girl in the absence of their guardians for fear she would tell on him.
Bono Divisional Police Command, however, cannot confirm the defilement allegation. According to Chief Superintendent Charles Domaban, his outfit is conducting an investigation into the matter. Mother of the deceased, Adjoa Penamang, wants her son, Kojo Safu, with whom the girl stayed, to be held responsible. The victim's brother is incidentally married to the suspect's sister. The body of the deceased has been deposited at Ebenezer Morgue at Safu for autopsy. A report by Mahmoud Mohammed Nuruddin.
Well, the Wa police have arrested two men allegedly who have stolen 2 cows of Balawa in the Wa district of the Upper West region. The suspects, Nabil Moro and Ali Mohammed, were arrested by some residents in a bush as they prepared to slaughter the cows.
According to the acting Upper West Public Relations Officer of the Ghana Police Service, ASP Edmond Edinkra Nyamiche, they had a complaint from one Alhaji Abdulaziz Adam at Balawa in the Wa West district of the Upper West region about the theft of his 2 cows valued at 2,600 Ghana cedis. Police investigations led to the arrest of 2 suspects, 28-year-old Nabil Moro and 35-year-old Ali Mohammed, who were apprehended by some residents in the area. The stolen cows were slaughtered in the bush to be transported to Wa in this tricycle.
Well, we apologize for the lack of audio on that story. Moving on, the Bolgatanga Senior High School will finally reopen Monday, January 26, 2015. This follows an indefinite closure of the school, which happened as a result of the unrest in the school over the death of one final year student, Emmanuel Barr, sometime December 2014. The Upper East Regional Director of the Ghana Education Service, Emmanuel Zumakwe, said enough measures have been put in place to ensure harmony in the school, and so on Monday, students of Bolgatanga Senior High School go back to school officially. We're going to look at activities around mobile phone. Contacts are a major feature on our phones, and for most people, it is the reason they buy mobile phones. But one thing that baffles the minds of some of those who do is how other people save the names of their relatives, friends, and even enemies on their phones. Derek Akosam hits the streets of Accra to find out more. Well, we'll bring you that story in subsequent broadcasts. I'm totally grateful for your company. Have a great week. My name is Kemini Nyamani Amana. Enjoy the rest of the program.